Hey everyone. I made it to Caratunk House yesterday. Hiked like 5 miles, 6 miles, something, from the lean-to going southbound to Caratunk. Made it to Caratunk bed and breakfast at about 11. Chilled here all day last night. Went to the local brewery's lodge. I ate dinner, and pretty sure I got food poisoning eating dinner, because around midnight I woke up and ran up the stairs to the bathroom and like collapsed on the floor and like got violently sick, throwing up. I was like sweating and shaking and like, yeah, it was not fun. I came back downstairs, lay down for 30 minutes, and then woke up and ran to the other bathroom downstairs, and it came out the other end repeatedly in that cycle, throwing up and shitting, all night. I weighed myself when I got into town. I personally weighed 127 when I came into Caratunk House. I weighed myself when I woke up this morning after a hellacious last night, and I lost 6 pounds being violently ill last night. I weigh 121 right now. That's no bueno. I'm gonna zero here until I feel better. I think it's just food poisoning because like I feel fine, you know, but like I can't. I'm trying to drink fluids, you know, but it's miserable. It's really miserable. I'm on the living room couch of this bed and breakfast because it was raining last night, and I'm so glad they let me sleep in the living room, because if not I would have tinted in the rain and I would have had to run from my tent to the bathroom all night, and that would have just sucked so much. So I'm very, very generous that they let me sleep on their couch last night. I resupplied. My next town after this one is Caratunk Maine. It's about 40 miles roughly, give or take a couple. So I normally plan about a day's worth of food for 10 miles. And if I hike more, if I hike less, I just end up with more snacks. So I have 4 dinners and 5 breakfasts and lunches. I'll show you guys my resupply right now, since I'm not really doing anything. I had to the dining room, just through that door, and they had like homemade cinnamon buns and like eggs and potatoes and orange juice, and I could smell it. And it smelled delicious, but like it was also making me sick just smelling it. Yeah, so I'm drinking Sprite right now because like my blood sugar is low and I can't eat anything. I'm drinking water and Sprite, but very, very slowly because my body does not want anything in it at all right now. I look like shit too, but I don't care. Hi YouTube. My resupply. I went ahead and resupplied. I'll show you. Okay. Oh, that couch is like vintage, and it's not very comfortable, but it's better than crawling up off my sleeping pad in the middle of the night. Last night, after throwing up, I made it back to my sleeping pad and literally just like fell onto the floor because I was like still shaking and sweating. I'm like rolled onto my sleeping pad, and there was someone else that was in here with me, Baby Rock, and they were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not." As Pulp Fiction would say, I am very far from okay. Not okay. my pack, my actual pack without water or food is at 14 pounds 10 ounces right now, which is hella good. It's a really good weight, especially for my body weight. Your pack is supposed to be within a certain percentage, and so 14.10 ounces is, it's not ultra light, but it's getting there. 4 more pounds and it would be ultra light. I resupplied about 8 pounds worth of food and water though, so that sucks, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. So basically, this is 4 dinners, 5 breakfasts with extra food, because when I hiked in yesterday, I had 1 Pop-Tart left and then like 10 of these coffees, and I was really, really hangry. That Pop-Tart did not stick with me that last 5 miles, and so I went ahead and probably got extra food that I'm not gonna eat, but I think I've learned now, after being hangry and having to hike on 1 Pop-Tart for 5 miles or whatever, that I'm just gonna get extra food, because hiking when you're hungry is not fun. So, oh, and I have like this ultra flat oatmeal cream pie that I just like should eat, but like I don't feel like licking it out of the plastic, you know, like it's been in there a couple days. Haven't gotten to it yet. So yeah, let me arrange this food out. I got a free fuel canister. It's like maybe got like 3 burns out of it. There are some people who are section hiking, and that was their last day. They were in the shelter with us the night before last, and basically they said like, oh, we don't need this anymore and we can't take it on the plane home with us, so would you like it? I was like, yeah, I want free shit. So I took it. I am just laying out my meals right now so that you guys can see what I eat. I try and base the food on like calories, you know, so like these tuna packets right here, they have 150 calories because they're in sunflower oil. These tuna packets, like while I don't want to eat just regular tuna every day, these only have 110 calories, but they're a different flavor. So like I try and get everything that has more calories, but sometimes I just want to mix it up. But yeah, so let me lay this stuff out, and then I'll show you guys. So hikers eat some weird shit, okay? Like stuff you normally sorry. Stuff you normally wouldn't eat is delicious on the trail. Like Nor pasta sides and mashed potatoes together, you're like, oh, that's delicious. Ramen and Nor pasta sides together, I discovered something I really like. Beef jerky and peanut butter. Totally great. There's some other random ones. I've seen some really weird shit before, like, but yeah, tuna and mashed potatoes, and it's not so bad, you know, really, when you're hungry and you go in. It's pretty good. So if something doesn't have enough calories, I try and pair something else with it so that it brings the calorie count up. And it just makes for some weird meals sometimes. So the first day that I leave, I won't technically need breakfast, but I went ahead and packed an extra breakfast for the day that I do leave anyway, because I don't want to run out of food again, right? almost done here, guys. Sorry, I know it's just me moving the camera around a lot. So on the days basically that I plan to go up a mountain, I try and pack extra food for that day because you're going to be working more and you're going to want something extra to help get you up. And then I also try and pack something sugary for every day, something that'll be just a really nice treat, like M&Ms or Twix, or they had pralines at this resupply. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be like snorting praline dust later because it's gonna definitely be like crushed up, but like it's gonna be delicious. Also, olive oil has like insane amount of calories. So if you add olive oil into like every meal, you're like helping to replace calories, and it makes everything like super oily, but like helps you, right? So it's a nice thing to do. Yeah, I'm just trying to like figure out my snacks here, my snackies. So one thing that I've had in my resupply for a bit now is like these things of Propel, because sometimes the water that I filter is like off colored, like maybe just it's not like super great water, and so the Propel helps to hide that flavor. If the water is like yellow, then it gives it a little pinkish hue and a little bit of a flavor disguise. And then I have these coffee singles from Starbucks. I haven't used too many of the coffee singles or the Propel, but I keep them around specifically because sometimes you do just like have really like nasty water. But yeah, so I laid out all my food. You can take a gander at it here. There's 5 days of breakfast, lunch, 4 days of dinner. So basically, like, this is a hiker dinner. I have 2 cheesy Noro sides, and then I haven't tried this stuff before. I'm gonna add it in there. It's called like spicy cheesy squeezy. The resupply place had it, and at this point, everything looks great. Like, and then that's dinner for one night. And then I have mashed potatoes and gravy. I'm stoked about the gravy, you guys. None of my other resupplies have had gravy, and like, I am fucking stoked to have gravy with my potatoes. But I'm also gonna have this tuna with it because I find sometimes the potatoes just don't cut it. And then I have, so we go up a really big mountain. I'm not sure what the elevation is, but in between Caratunk and Stratton, I know that there's some peaks that we go over. So it's nice to have one really big meal. This meal has 240 calories in it. It is the Italian style pepper steak Mountain House. Mountain houses are expensive, so I don't normally hike with them, but they are like a delicacy. They're so good when you're hiking and it's had a long day. It's technically 2 servings, but I can demolish one of those on my own. And the lady had these like lentils that I like want to put in with the Mountain House because why not? It looked good. And then for lazy dinner, I just have this chicken broccoli Nor and this ramen, which I totally plan on eating together in the same pot. It's actually really good. Like the texture of the ramen is like kind of crunchy still, and then you get the both chicken flavor, but like, you guys, it's good. For breakfast, most of my mornings I have Oreo or chocolate Pop-Tarts. They don't really hang around so much, so I have lots of snacks, but some of my breakfasts, I also have these Cliff Bars. I got like one in every flavor. The Cliff Bars, though, I'm not a huge fan of Cliff Bars because, I mean, Yeah, so this has like 260 calories, which is more than this Mountain House, basically. This Mountain House has 240 calories. And then this Cliff Bar, it has the 260. So, like, these things really are great. But, like, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of, like, the textures and everything. Like, I have to kind of make myself eat them. This is my first resupply with Cliff Bars. I've had them in the past, but, you know, at this point, I'm just making myself eat because, like, it's just better that way. This video is already getting a little long, so I'll finish showing you some of my snacks and then I'll end it. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not going to be hiking, you know, because I'm sick, so. But it's a good time to show you my resupply and what I eat, so maybe it works. I don't know. I still have massive bad head, but fuck it. So for lunch, I really, really enjoy tuna. I know I already said that, but I have tuna every day for lunch. I had tuna and olives at my last resupply, and like I've hit a new hiker combo favorite for lunch. Unfortunately, I couldn't find olives anywhere in town here, but tuna and olives is delicious when you're hiking. I don't know, something about the textures together. I have my sugar for today, for this day's lunch would be a Nutter Buddy, and then I would have a protein bar and an already smushed Nutri-Grain bar, because I had this one from last time. It's like one of the only things left in my food bag. And then I mix up my sugars every day, so like instead of a candy bar, I have like these Twix for one day's sugar. Most of my snacks are the same, you know, like I mix up my Cliff Bars some days. I have pralines for one of my days' sugars. M&Ms for one of my other days. These obviously delicious peanut butter things. Fruit leather, though. Poet's Gear Emporium in Monson has, in his resupply, he has fruit leather. And I haven't eaten fruit leather since I was with my Nana, and I was like 12 years old. So this is like super nostalgic. They're super delicious, and like it has like only 50 calories. Like it's really just like a delicacy, like something to munch on, like when I'm stoned and I'm hiking. Like it's great though. Krispy Kreme is super big up here. Like every resupply I've gone to so far has had something Krispy Kreme. So this is my first like Krispy Kreme that I've had in a resupply since I've been up here. I got some pistachios one day. I have these other flavored tunas, these, like I told you, these like hickory tunas and stuff. I'm gonna try something new. I don't know. So this is the same brand as the Cliff Bars, which have so many calories in them. This little packet right here, it has 100 calories in it, and it's described as mocha with 50 milligrams caffeine, and then it has the 100 calories. And so I have this for one day instead of my like M&Ms or pralines or Nutty Buddy. I'm gonna use this because it's like chocolate sauce kind of, and I have 2 of them. I've never tried it before, never even seen it before, but I figured when I was going up the mountain, it might be nice. Hopefully they work. I haven't tried it, but I'm gonna try it today. So yeah, that is my resupply for 4 nights, 5 days. It's literally like the same stuff every time, most of the time. It's about calories. I try and balance, you know. I try not to eat too much sugar, and just some people like just survive on sugar out here, and like I know I have a lot like between the Pop-Tarts and the all of the other stuff, but I balance it out through the days, you know, between the granola bars and everything. And like when I get into town, I try and hit up the fresh produce, and I get like salads when I can, and I don't know, I try, but it doesn't always work. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm sick. I'm gonna be staying here until I feel better, but I'm getting back on trail soon, of course. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the video off because my phone's gonna die soon and I want to lay back down. But yeah, I'll make another video later, since I'll have some time on my hands while I'm healing. One cool thing is I'm right by the Kennebec River, and they don't you're not supposed to ford the Kennebec River, which means when you ford a river, it's like when you wade through just with your knees, or if you were to swim across a river or something. The Kennebec is a quiet, large river, and it's downhill from a dam. And so they highly, highly suggest not to ford the Kennebec River because hikers have drowned trying to do it. So they've put in a ferry system. So you basically wait between the hours of like 2 to 4 or 2 to 5, I think, for this little canoe to like shuttle you across. And so I'm kind of excited about this little canoe trip across the Kennebec when I finally do get out of here. Looking forward to that. I don't know why, but it's a little bit of distance that I don't have to walk. I can just sit on the water. So it'd be nice. But hopefully I get to feel better soon. But just wanted to update you guys. Bye for now.